Said that he came and talked to us once, and he said that adding more to that site would not be feasible with the program that he had. No one recalls that conversation?
Yes. It's not ideal for VUSD, Middle, or VITA because their programs are quite finely tuned. It's not ideal, but lots of these are not ideal. So
I hate to say this, I was in this district and had 3,500 kids at Rancho Buena Vista High School, and the campus is not any bigger than it is today. So I mean, I just have a really difficult time with, we're gonna limit a program because the administrator doesn't think they can administer it.
He said you would have to double.
Expand VITA and VMMS. We can vote on that. So let's. We have 3 votes for expanding. We do. Rich, are you voting yes on that?
We're doing.
Because if your hand is up, then you have 3 votes for that.
I should vote every time.
There's a nuance to that statement, though, just so you're aware of the nuance, and that is if you expand capacity of VITA, are you expanding it for residents of Vista, or are you expanding it for people to come in from out of Vista? Because if it's just residents, then you're not saving anybody.
I think you ought to take a look at increasing the percentage from out of district. Well, I understand this.
Maybe we need a study on how many students that are in the district that did not get into the magnets. I don't know, Craig might be able to do that kind of study or even have that information. Or how many students were outside of the district that wanted to come to the magnet, and since we were at 10%, we didn't let them in. That might be something to look at too. We're trying to bring more money into the district, and that's one way to do it.
Study the impact of magnet schools on overall enrollment and go from there. Yeah.
But isn't it true that at Casita and the 2 middle schools, that we're turning kids away from those schools? So I mean, if we're turning our own kids away from those schools already, going to saying we're going to 25, I mean, that kind of doesn't help us. I mean,
That was the point I was making.
Yeah, we can take care of our own.
the number was 25%, we took it back to 10 a couple of years ago, didn't we?
Correct.
Yeah. Residents are arriving.
No, we were never getting 25%. We did a study on that, and the school that had the highest percentage was VITA, and it was the high 18% of people from outside of our district.
8% times 10,000.
It's a lot, but it was never 25%.
So if we made it 15%, we would still be able to service our own at VITA? Is that what you're saying?
No, you would not. VITA has a waiting list of over 800 students right now.
Just for in the district?
Correct. Well, no.
There might be some.
There may be some out of district, but it's about 800, schools over 800.
All right.
We're gonna have another meeting. Are we gonna have another meeting about budget within a month, or when are we gonna do another meeting?
Ongoing.
Yeah, so the very next board meeting will bring back impacts and effects on these. And then you can be thinking about additional items you'd like to add.
And then one thing I would want to add is assessment on the Rancho Minerva, what kind of block schedule they have? Is it working for them?
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Because I know they're also declining enrollment, so.
Everybody agree on that?
How about taking all the kids out of the charter schools and bringing them back?
Or if you put sequester them?
Good idea.
You like that idea?
I love that idea.
Come in here, go back.
And I'm sure you all want to study the magnet impact on the budget, so that's good, yeah.
Well, I think just a point of order. I think by our own bylaws we have to extend the meeting past 10:30. I seem to recall that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sabrina. Yeah.
And we're supposed to be out of here.
Yeah.
I move to expand the meeting by till 11.
I second it.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Good, thank you.
Closing the district office completely for, forever. No, I mean for Christmas. For Christmas.
There you go, you can just have a name.
They do this in my school district, like, it's dark. It's dark. And,
So like go for 1920 and for 2021.
and Christmas, and then, I don't know, we get a whole week off for Thanksgiving. I don't know if they do it for Thanksgiving, but looking at that feasibility of going dark.
If we would, I put an N on that only because, a lot of the classified staff are scheduled to work and we'd be forcing them to use vacation, so I'd have to look into that. Well, I would just put an N next to it and I'll look into it.
It's our vacation liability if they wanted to take time off.
I know, but there have been employees that choose not to take time off at Christmas because they don't wanna use their vacation during that time. But it's very small, so I would say put an N next to that, cause it's something I need to work out.
Right.
It's definitely something to look into.
Somebody will stay.
The child care center staff, taking the responsibility to EES.
I don't know what
There'll be
you're.
an in there, but we can do it.
2021.
Yeah.
And that's the child care center where at the continuation high school? Yeah, and so currently, so they would become employees of that entity if it were to come to fruition?
Yeah, we would put an in by it, because if there's potential negotiation
Okay.
impacts. But just mental note, anytime we talk about this, I wanna point it out, we wouldn't eliminate the teen parent program, we would just support the baby's needs
Right,
with the education enrichment systems, so that the
Right.
TPP would stay intact.
yeah, for sure.
Okay,
That's a starting point.
okay, thank you.
One more, transportation, this is a revenue, looking at those who are not unduplicated, looking for a charge similar to Oceanside.
For the coming year, for
Yeah.
2021. No. You agree? Yes? Treasurer Transportation, look at that. Why? Oh, you're, that's a vote, that's right. And shifting the childcare center, so, I think we've talked about, I don't know if you said this, about $500,000.
It's about $500,000.
Per year that we are presently staffing the childcare center. EES can pick it up and it would not cost us at all. It's our own employees, so it's a difficult conversation, but it's costing us $500,000 to make that choice.
Yeah.
Will we have 3 votes to look at that? 1,
Yeah, we can.
2,
4.
And then I don't know if this made it on there, but I know Rosemary mentioned legal services, reducing, having protocols to reduce usage.
Okay. Good. Everybody agree on that, or no?
We need to evaluate solar, because right now we only have a 6-month savings in 1920, so when the solar is supposed to get turned on allegedly in January, so hopefully we get more benefit from that.
Oh, so that's really actually revenue, right?
No, it's a reduction in utility bills.
Okay.
But, energy manager, When we look at finding an energy manager that would their cost would come out of the savings, that not actually paying.
That worked in my last district. We cut far, far, far more than the energy manager's salary in redoing the energy systems. Good, so again,
Yep.
Pain.
mine works in that way.
It's like a checklist.
I know, like I look
And then you have to disconnect everything.
We don't plug everything.
But I mean, we have to do it.
Okay.
And then, Matt, you're gonna type those up and
Yep.
then we'll get all the information about them. Okay, TKK dismissal, this is mine.
Before you start, I did not have time to read the email that we got like 30 minutes before the meeting, or closed session meeting started on it, so I don't even know what that
I
said.
didn't either. But I will continue because.
Let me just stop you for a second. So what you received was attorney-client privilege, and if you start talking about it here, it loses its attorney-client privilege, just, so you would have to pass it out, which isn't super cool.
Okay, so maybe next time we can get it
Yeah.
prior to 30 minutes before the start of the meeting. So I brought this up because our principals at our elementary schools are having a difficult time, and I can vouch for this because we release our kindergarten and TK at the exact same time that we release the rest of the school, and it is a huge safety issue, and it's always been. So if you look at the ed code, kindergarten is required to have so many minutes per day, which is 3,600, which comes out to 6 hours, which means we could, and the principals are begging for us to make this a done thing, we could let them out 10 minutes early. The teachers walk them out, place them in their car, put the bus riders on the bus, and then the rest of the school comes out. I don't think it's a big thing. It was recommended to us not to do this because the kids need all the instructional minutes. And if you've ever taught TK or kindergarten and they're in school a full day, I guarantee you those last 10 minutes of the school day, there is no academics taking place. So it's a safety issue. It doesn't cause a problem. It makes things much easier. So I'm asking for us to take a vote on this tonight to see where we stand. So do we need a motion before we talk about it?
I make a motion to let the TKK students out 10 minutes earlier than the rest of the school.
I second it. Any discussion?
Yes, I taught kindergarten, and it is true, that last 10 minutes of the day, it's pretty much a wrap it up, their brain is full, they can't do any more, they can't soak up any more information. And it is, especially the school that is very large, it is very, very dangerous for having those little kids walk out there with the rest of the kids, because quite honestly, the older kids don't even see the little ones unless it's their sibling. So it is dangerous, and really just 10 minutes isn't that much. I don't see a problem with it.
Can I make a recommendation and push back if needed? But does it make sense to give discretion to the principals on this?
Yes, please. That's what I'm.
Because I'm like, if we force a campus that doesn't want to do this, then
Well, if they don't have an issue, then they would just let them go with the rest of them. But what we're having here
if we're
is,
saying we're gonna, but we're saying all kindergarten TK students need to be released 10 minutes early.
no, we're saying that they can.
Allow it. It's allowable.
Allow.
So right now, some sites have been told, do not let your kids leave a minute earlier than the rest of them. And that's what we're trying to avoid because it is a huge safety issue.
So I completely understand where you're trying to head. I think, Cipriano, your point is well taken. So what we don't want is tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon for all of a sudden people to hear this and say, yay, our kids can get out 10 minutes right now, let's release them. So I think what we're saying is with thoughtful planning with the principal and with the systems in place at the school, allow a 10-minute reduction, right? We want them to do this thoughtfully and with good supervision and not just, right? We have to be careful how we word it.
It's a matter of the parents are there and the buses are there. It's not thoughtful planning other than saying, okay, you can start your kids out a few minutes early so they're safe.
And the kindergarten teachers go with them. They don't just abandon them. They walk them all the way where they need to go. So there is supervision for them getting on the bus or in the cars. It's not like they go.
Okay, so that's important. So what we're saying is we're allowing a teacher to walk their children out starting 10 minutes before the end of the school day and supervise their safe and proper dismissal, right? That's what you're looking at.
Yes, because every day kindergarten teachers do duty and make sure all the kids get in the correct car and get on the bus. So we're not asking them to do anything different other than to do it without the other of hundreds and hundreds of kids going out.
So I made the motion, but I would like to have it amended to what Cipriano said, where the site can decide, or the kindergarten teachers at the site and the administrator can decide. But I would like it to be at the site. I don't want it to come from the district office or anyone in the district office, because no one knows the site or the kindergartners better than the site themselves.
So, in collaboration with the kindergarten, with the teachers and the site administrator, allow safe and proper dismissal up to 10 minutes prior to the end of the school day.
Is that okay? I'm just asking. No, I can't. What do you think of it? Oh, geez.
Something like, in collaboration with the kindergarten teachers, TK teachers, and site administrator, allowing for safe and proper early dismissal of students up to 10 minutes before the end of the school day.
Just what you said, perfect.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, do we have one more?
I move to approve our Citizens Oversight Committee appointment.
They need to know who it is. It's not on the.
Heather Emis.
Oh, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Does any board members have anything to add or share? Okay, good night.